Tupac live. Swisher Sweets in the streets. If you really want to go and test my beef, you can go ahead and go laugh it off and go pick off your teeth. Go picking your teeth. Pick off of either one, you know, either sons, either buns, buns, my dungeons, and that's what it is. I promise you, you got something like coming at Tupac, kid. Tupac. And you're blasting off. I promise you spent that cash and you really want to blast with them. You really want to go ahead and see that. Who James Joseph Raymer with Tupac and B.I.G. is? B.I.G. I mean Hennessy. You got something in between your seats. I promise you, Hennessy, that's what it is. That's what I said it all the way in the voodoo skiz, in the voodoo kids, voodoo in this. You got something to say? Come and say it to the white parade. We're blowing up like goddamn grenades up in this motherfucker. And you ready to clash. It's okay. You got something to ask. You got something to ask. You got something to ask. Sounding like a bullfrog in this motherfucker. Sounding like a bullfrog hit the disco. Let's go, Frisco, Kisco. Off in the discos, discus, my miscus. Picking the pisket, making mixix in the nixix. Dicks, elixix, tricks, is this. I'm going way too high. I promise you in the sky. I'm with Tupac. Ready to ride. And that's James Joseph Raymer with Tupac with B.I.G. involved. And that's a promise. James Joseph Raymer just said through the whole thing that I'm ready to ride on a motherfucker. Yeah, you ready to ride, but you ready to time that out? You ready to time that out? That out in the South that I repeated myself one time in the shine. I promise you we're going to grind. Fly away with Tupac this time. That we're going to grind it out deep in the South. I promise you it's something where I really run my mouth. I run it down when I gotta go. Do it for all the way the voodoo. And that's a promise upon my scoot, and all my boots, and all my toots that I'm tooting way up in the high skies with Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I promise upon Lazarus he would never ever let me do this. And that's what I said in my voodoo. And I said something like that. That's a promise. Ace cats that we're coming back. With the voodoo assist. This is the twitching your wrist. Twitching your wrist. The wrist twisting the kiss. Kissed off. And I list off, listen, kissings. And that's what I said with all my other lessons mentioned the Father all the way. Falling all the way down, all the way falling all the way. Falling all the way, away in the stays, away in the sways, away the way, crazy ways. With the crazy days, I promise you, you got it like Tupac, with a voodoo swag. You really got it like that? Come on, you got it like that with the voodoo. And that's a promise with cuckoo. You hit it like that with Tupac, with B.I.G. involved, with James Joseph Raymer. There's something really changed up in the Hummer trucks. You really got them stuck. I promise you, you got them with the fifth, and I hit them with the sticks, 55, and I hit them with the jumbo jobs. One more time, I'm coming all around with the sour cream and onion with the chives inside. That's a promise with the garlic onion too. Garlic onion, yeah, onion, funyun, bunion. It's a garlic knot in the knot spot, the knot tops, and the knot drop topped in this sticks. And that's with Tupac, with B.I.G. involved, with James Joseph Raymer. And that's live right there. That's very, very fast. In the second half, I said, for all my people deep inside, you can go ahead and ride out with Tupac. You can go ahead and fly out with Tupac. That's a promise with my time. You can go take my time and go ahead and make it shine, make it grind, make it flip, flop, make it drift, drop. Drift to the dropness, quick to the ickness to the steelix to the skrillex. I said that in voodoo. And that's a promise about all in this industry. In this industry, all in my mix. You got it like that in the tricks. You really want my tricks. You got something like that in the voodoo vistress. that they really got to get like me. And that's a promise. They got to get like me, like me, like me. I said that and I repeated it a couple of times when I went. And that's really what they got to do is get like me, like me, like me. And that's a promise with Tupac, with B.I.G. involved, with James Joseph Raymer. I love Jesus Christ of Nazareth. This is a Warner Brothers Studio Mega Deep Vault Truth document.